Hi, everyone. Just a heads up that we have had some issues with the recording quality of Colin's microphone for this episode. So if you're hearing a huge disparity in the normal audio quality, um, apologies. Hopefully, you'll be able to still listen and enjoy. Thanks for sticking with us and enjoy the episode.
Hey everybody! Welcome to a new episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. I'm going to speak like this now. We're
Turning into Judge Doom from from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
yeah.
was it? Remember me, Eddie, when I killed
Yeah. Oh, I
your
don't.
brother? Good stuff.
I do wonder which movie Bob Hoston didn't like the most. Super Mario Brothers or
Oh, he
Roger
loved
Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. He
Okay.
just had a hard time filming it. Like it was a tough shoot, I think, because he
Yeah.
was very rarely on screen with a person.
Yeah. It has. One of the rarest movies where every animation studio had allowed them to use their characters.
I am a huge fan of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think it's actually a proper magical movie. It's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Very good.
Uh,
Who was it? Oh, somebody auditioned to be. Oh, who the fuck was it? Somebody auditioned to be Judge Doom,
yeah,
and they were turned down. They were like, "Absolutely not! You will terrify the children." I can't remember who it was. It was like, well, you didn't. Your selection beyond that didn't help. Like that character is horrifying.
oh, especially when he melts,
Yeah,
turns the eyes.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's awful. It's awful.
yeah.
Oh boy.
And good. He had like the look up and that's it.
He did look a bit
Like
Indiana Jones Nazi.
yeah, the Secret Service people,
The SS.
SS, yeah. Um, Anyway, that's not why we're here to talk about. We're talking about Chargeman can again.
Yep.
Because we can to charging man
Yep.
can.
Episodes 51 to 55 today.
Yes, that was 51 to 55 today. That is right, Steve.
Sweet. Uh yeah, so guess we'll jump straight in there. Episode 51, Stray Dog Koro. What are your notes, Colin?
Elfin lied using a net.
I did have Elfin lied flashbacks due to the dog. My note is literally just dog's abuse.
Dogs abuse. As in, like, the dog getting abused, and not just,
Yeah,
like,
not just
just
dog's abuse.
some.
I mean, it was dog's abuse, but to a dog.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This episode is about Chargeman Ken being shouted over because these kids are like just mangling a dog with wooden bats for no perceivable reason.
Yeah. So essentially, it starts off with this girl going, I'm sorry, Koro, I can't take you to this place. It doesn't allow dogs.
Mm,
So she ties him to a
yeah,
peg in a park rather than having someone to talk to them.
yeah.
Anyway, so, and then Ken and his sister and the robot are walking along and they find the dog's getting beat up by kids with bats. And I'm like, that girl's gonna come back and murder you all with invisible arms because that's what happened with
Oh God.
what's her name? Was it
So,
Alice?
uh, maybe that was very dark, very dark.
That moment was,
Maybe
yeah.
the best moment in that show
Yeah.
was those bullies getting their comeuppance.
Yeah. So he,
Um,
so he saves the
yeah.
dog, and then some dudes are in the corner looking over the wall and saving the dog. And saying, "Oh, we're getting ready with the super secret plan. We're going to go with the super secret plan." And then they're feeding the dog, and the dog runs around, and then he notices the drones and with their super secret plan. It's like, "Oh, this, that," and then he goes running to find Ken to warn him, like Lassie. It
Well,
sounds.
the dog eats the face of two Geralians first.
Oh, no.
Is that later?
I think it's there because the super secret plan, as far as I understand, was the Australians were going to throw a net on Ken.
Yeah, they were going to throw a net on Ken.
I mean, they
I
did throw the
like I
net on
say,
Ken.
their ineptitude is not lost on me.
They threw a net on Ken, and the dog was like, and then Ken climbed out of it because the dog got beat up by Trevilians, and then he turned sharp on Ken and kills Trevilians, and then they have a somber moment of him remembering the dog chasing Party Cat.
Well, so Barakan. So here's the thing, right? Is that what happens is the dog gets like lasered,
Mm-hmm.
like fried,
Mm-hmm.
and then just slumps over, and they go over like, oh no, Koro, and then it just changes to Chargeman Ken going, and then the dog being alive, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess the dog was okay. And then it hard cuts back to them standing over the dog's grave.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was just a flashback of him remembering the good times he had with the dog.
Yeah,
Couldn't get a tear
those
from
two
them.
times.
Yeah.
It's like Chargeman Ken picks up emotional connections really quickly. It's like him and that kendo teacher.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh god, I loved him like a brother. You met him, you like knew him for 10 minutes, Ken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just void of true relationships, unfortunately.
It seems so. Anyway,
Yeah, that's episode 51.
yeah, that was.
Episode 52. Blow up the undersea oil field. That's the whole thing. That's the whole episode.
Yeah.
The Geralians want to attack the undersea oil field that is manned by undersea. On my notes, I have written undersea robots? Question mark.
Yeah. Yes. My notes are Stingray.
Yeah. I liked Stingray as a kid.
Stingray.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Used to change that to skid marks. So whenever
Oh,
people had
that's unfortunate.
skid marks
That
in
is
their pants.
unfortunate.
Skid marks, skid marks. Skid
And
marks.
yeah, no justice in the world for the children shouting that to other people and bullying them. They'll go down in an Elfin Lied style fashion.
Yeah. Yeah, Stingray. So this is all on water. Kez hired by the manager of the underwater oil refinery, which seems like a horrible idea, but never mind.
Yeah.
It's like,
He also kind of looks a bit funny, like
yeah,
a bad guy. I did think. Oh, actually, I should mention as well that I did also think that at one point Koro the dog may have been a Geralian. Like this program this show has sowed a seed of distrust in me. Where I also now think most things are Geralians, and it extends beyond the show.
oh, that's not paranoid delusion. I don't know
No, it's
what
not
is.
good. It's definitely not good.
Oh, just see me start random
Yeah, no.
people.
The great part is that because it's just not true, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I mean, there'll be someone who'll pick up on the fact that you're talking about the show.
Eventually, maybe.
Anyway, yeah, so he's hired by the dude because robots are disappearing. So he goes, "Oh, do a
Yep.
patrol in my sky rod under the water
Underwater.
because
Yep.
it can do underwater stuff
Does
too."
both.
Yeah, it's not just a skinny rod; it's a water rod too.
It is a water rod.
So they go around, and then there's some aliens underwater who start attacking the robots, and the robots like put up a fight and set up an alarm. Then Ken appears and starts killing the drones, and they're like, "Kill you, Ken!" as they explode in their ship.
That's the whole episode.
That was the whole episode. Yeah, it was like, and the guy goes, "Ah, thank you. You stopped the problem. Bye now."
Yep. Him and the robots all wave him away.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
yeah.
Yeah, episode 53 now. The Suspicious Bride. I think, Colin, I may have been very tired when I was watching the rest of these. I my notes for this one is just the words "suspicious bride."
See, I misread that and thought the bride was suspicious of of her husband or something. But
that
no,
would maybe be hyphenated. I don't know.
I don't know. I read it as that, but it's undercover spy submarine is what I wrote
Yes,
because he's
more underwater.
yeah. Yeah, so Ken and the family is at this wedding for this guy. He works for the
The
what?
undersea oil field.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
No, they specifically reference the fact that he works in the place that they just talked about in the previous episode.
All right, all right. So yeah, he's works for that and got the bride, and then the bride's like gives a nod to the random dude, and Ken goes, "Wait, hang on, who's that dude? Let's follow him."
The camera looks over at Ken and he's just really grumpy.
Yeah,
He's like,
and then he starts following the guy, even though he wasn't looking at the guy. He just sees the
no,
lady nodding. Anyway,
he did.
follows the guy, and the guy kind of loses him in the building, and then like pest a kid, and then it turns out that his suspicions were right. She
Yep,
is.
because they always are.
Yeah,
Suspicious bride.
yeah,
Turns out the bride is a Duralian.
yes. Uh, and she kind of like puts a pin on the guy's tie and a bomb in his pocket
Yeah.
as he's going out to work.
Yep.
And they take pictures of the plans from the underwater submarine things. But then Ken bursts in and goes, "I knew it was you all along, Austin," and then starts blasting.
He does. He does. And then everything's fine.
Yeah,
And then at the end of the episode, they're saying to the guys like, "Hey, maybe we should fix you up with another woman." And it's like, how long were they together? Like, like it's like, oh, you're talking about like, you met her and then married her the same day. That's the level of like time it needs to get you over that.
going by
And he's
this
like,
show,
"Oh no, I'm good right now. I don't need any, maybe not normal women."
yeah, that's what they do for women. Yeah, I mean, going by this show, I can imagine it's just been a day and they're getting married.
That's a valid point.
Um,
Well, continuing onward,
mhm.
uh, episode 54, Spooky, the Waxwork Museum. Colin, my notes again and again. I think I was tired. I wrote the word spooky with an exclamation point, and then wrote wax museum.
Well, just wrote night at the museum
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
because it was the thing that happened at the end. But then I also thought of like, what was the show that I watched where the waxworks came alive? And it's Gravity Falls. It just came to me.
Yeah, Gravity Falls. It's Coolio and Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
Also, episodes in Gravity Falls.
They are genuinely just all fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's why I wrote Night in the Museum. So essentially, I think it starts with the guy getting woken up by the bouncy clock off the wall that kind of bangs in his face, and he's like,
Yeah.
punches it, and then his mom comes in and goes, "Don't you lazy bum! I don't want it, mom." And then
Ugh.
he's standing behind the tour, and everyone's looking at the waxworks, and he's like, "It's boring, man. Don't want to be here." And then Ken and his sister appears and start asking like, "Who are these?" Well, I think it's this Barragan actually. Who are these like
Yeah.
people? And he's like, "Oh, this is this person, and that's that person." And he doesn't look that problem. Uh, and then he ends up doing some clean duties at the end of the day, and then starts seeing that there's a voice starts talking to him about
Yeah.
burning it down.
Yeah, the Waxwork Museum starts talking to him.
Yeah,
And
and he looks at it,
that can
looks at them all, and they got shifty eyes,
yeah,
like the old paintings with shifty eyes.
that continues for a couple of different nights.
Like he talks about the one night.
He does it. Yeah, he goes fucking full nutso.
Yeah, it was proper like what's his name from The Shining or The Shining, the door Copperites.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah, no, Homer.
Jack Torrance.
Yeah, no beer and TV makes me go crazy.
Make no TV and no beer make Homer something something go crazy. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Uh, anyway, so basically he goes crazy, and then I think he just kind of leaves his job, and
He yeah.
and then someone else takes his place because Fracture's a different fucking character. It comes in and actually tries to start the party.
You're right, I think.
It's not the same.
I don't think it is the same guy, and that's really not talked about.
Yeah,
But then Chargeman Ken is there.
yeah.
He's just there.
It just goes, you Drillians. I
He
think,
says, "Yeah, come out, Juralians," and then they're like, "Ah, busted."
yeah, I think because he blows the match on it because they were going to burn it down. And he blows the match on it.
Yeah,
But I think the mother of the guy basically says to, "Oh, he's been acting weird."
yeah. She says, "He's so fat and lazy, but something must be wrong."
Yeah,
She kind of like just kind of negs him the entire time,
yeah,
but it's like, yeah, but I trust him.
yeah. So anyway, so he sat and then he kills the Drillians. Then the next day or at some point, the mother comes back into the room and is like, "Get up! Oh, wait, you're not undressed. What's happened?"
Yeah, ready
Yeah,
to go to work now.
and he's in a park or something.
Yep. He's working in that one of the places that Ken visited that got attacked by the Juralians earlier, I think. I do like the Juralians rationale when he's like, "Oh, come on out, Juralians," and they're like, "Ah, blast! Our plan to burn down this place with a bunch of people in it. It would have been sweet."
Yeah,
It's like you. It is literally the weirdest petty crimes that they're trying to commit.
yeah, I know.
So weird.
And the other weirdness is because I would thought it was like the middle of the night when they're doing taunting the guy. No one's around, so it makes them go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Well, episode 55.
yes.
The ones they met in Egypt. And again, I must have been tired
Uh-huh.
because my notes exclusively is the word Egypt! Exclamation point question mark.
Snap!
Did you write that?
Almost. I wrote Egypt, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark.
Oh, no way. That's really close.
So essentially it's like what the fuck?
There's nothing to this episode.
Well, there's nothing to this episode. Basically Ken and Barakai are watching TV on Africa animals going around, and then the mother kind of cuts in on the TV and goes, and then they're like, all right, and then Ken's like, I got a that's the plan. We're going to sneak out and go to Africa
We're
in the Skyrod, and so they do.
the Chargeman Kens are going to Africa.
Yeah, and then and then for whatever random reason, he's just flying over like over the world.
Giraffes,
No,
zebras.
no, he doesn't fly over
He
it.
does do that. There is a certain point where there's like animals that I wouldn't really expect to be in the desert.
Yeah, but they're not in. That's the start. That's the watching the
Is that the
commercial.
start? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
But then he's flying around, and then suddenly his plane does something, and then goes like that really bad animation of it falling out the sky,
Yeah.
and then land in Egypt next to the Sphinx, and the
Yep.
Syrians are robbing the Sphinx of its treasures for some reason. Never been their motive
Yes.
to rob the
Rob
place.
treasures
They've just always wanted to kill
or
people.
be in Africa.
Oh,
It feels like their base is in Japan.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's in the sea around Japan somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
So, um, yeah, so there's that, and then he's like, and it's like, oh, no, it's Ken. What are you doing here? And it's like, oh, I'm going to ask you the same question. No, no.
No. I'm gonna kill you.
And then that's now blasted.
Ugh.
Seriously.
And then that's it.
That's it. And then he flies back.
He flies back.
'Cause,
Wait, he does. Barakan is the reason they crash.
oh, is it?
Yeah, because he's like, let me fly, Ken. And he's like, no, you're too stupid. And he's like, well, I'll just tell your mum what we're doing. He's like, oh, no, that's fine.
All
And
right.
then Barakan just like drives the plane into the ground. And then at the end, when Ken's talking about something, Barakan's like, pay attention to the roadway in the sky. And he's like, you're right. And that's the end.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Jesus wept.
like, no. The reason he starts not paying attention is because he's like, oh, they're all over the world.
Oh,
Their
yes.
their invasion is intensifying. It's not just Japan. Even though they kind of knew that must have been the case because
Considering they went to the Arctic Circle at one point, I think, and they were there also.
yeah,
The vampire people.
yeah, and then they were under the sea all the time, and you know. Anyway,
Well, you've done it again.
Mhm.
This has been Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime. You can find us at our home, anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and we can be found where all good podcasts can be found. We don't really expect much from you, the fans, but if you like what it is we do, leaving a review would be super cool. If you've already left a review or can't, then telling a friend about the show would be super, 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 super awesome. We have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Who's That Anime. You can see all the posting the latest episode releases, and the occasional anime meme. We have a link to the Discord channel we have for the show. That is in the show notes. We have YouTube, where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. You can find them there at youtube.com by searching for @Who's That Anime. You can also find the latest podcast episodes on there. The RSS feed is now accessible via YouTube as well. We are just about to embark on the release of a new Who's That Anime podcast. We do have a Patreon that will be up live soon. The link for that will be available not in the show notes this one, but probably for the next one, because I don't have a 100% link on that yet. But as we mentioned in the last episode, we're going to be doing an exploration and journey through all of the Dragon Ball episodes in 5-minute increments. So hopefully you can join us on that fun too. Outside of anime, Colin and I also like to play some video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find the archives of all of the different streams that we've done for those channels at youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman.
Yeah. That's it.
We did it.
We did it. Now,
2 more episodes to go, Colin. 2 more.
yes, we're on our penultimate episode next.
Yes, finally.
Yeah. No, that's the next one after that.
We can and we can probably at the end of we can tease what we're going to talk about next in the last episode as well. So it's all planned.
This plan, it's all come together.
Yeah, it is. It's coming to fruition.
Oh, like the evil master plan.
Better than the Duralians' plans, that's for sure.
I don't know. Some of them were a thing.
They're sort of like the Rube Goldberg machine of plans.
Goldberg.
Yeah, because it's like, what is the purpose of your plan? Like, well, the purpose of my plan was to kill Chargeman Ken. It's like, okay, so what we want to do is we want to set up a scenario where he thinks an old woman is being beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll instinctively jump in to save her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she'll take him home, drug him, and then we'll take him to a desert island where we'll basically let him dehydrate, and eventually the vultures will peck his eyes out and he'll die. Like, or, call me crazy, you know where he lives, go into his house and murder him in his sleep.
Yeah, because they do cover there's one of the episodes I'm sure we covered that starts off with him spying them on his house.
It's episode 2. It's
No,
the
no,
end
no.
of episode 2.
No, but I'm sure it's like it happened again in one of the recent ones that we're talking about.
Oh, you're probably right. Like, but there is legitimately one where it's like, oh, hey, Ken, I'm yelling at you from outside. Come to this place.
Yes.
It's like, wait, you know where he lives?
Yeah, we do. Oh, great.
Right. Send us out.
Hey guys, that's it. That's been another charging episode of Who's That Anime? See you, same how you place, same how you time, same charging Kens. Kens.
Charging Ken. Charging go. Goodbye. They didn't. You killed multiple Duralians.
Oh no.
You bastards.
Bye, folks.
Bye.